Hello, good morning and welcome back to the FishLocker out on the boat with my best boy.
Yes.
We're out to go and check the pots. It is a lovely morning. We've got a little bit of wind building in the afternoon, so we've come out early doors. We're up early, aren't we?
Yeah.
We've had our breakfast and we're going to go out and check the pots. What do you think we're going to get?
Lobsters, crabs.
Lobsters and crabs.
Maybe octopus.
Maybe an octopus. Are we going to catch any fish in them this time or not?
No.
No. No. Yeah, we will see what we can do. The pots have been in the water now for 4 days since I checked them last. So hopefully, the reason I've left them out a little tiny bit longer is because the tides are really small. Yeah, things don't really crawl so much when it's small tides. So yeah, we'll go and see what we can find. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. It is a lovely day. Let's go. There we go. One little tiny crab in that one, Jim.
Oh, it's from a crab.
Little velvet crab.
The rest of this was an Elvis crab.
Yeah, an Elvis crab. Oh, this one's doing better.
Look, you upside down lobsters.
Yeah, that one's done better, hasn't it?
Look, you upside down lobsters. And an edible crab.
Yeah. Oh, you know so much. Ah. And what's in that one? Yeah, a lobster and a fish. So first fleet, you alright? First fleet aboard. First pot was a bit of a disappointment. Thought to myself, oh no, I thought have I shot these on an area of poor ground? Yeah, the other ones have done the business. First one, just a velvet crab, and the bait has been well and truly chewed. So what that must mean is there's like a lot of little vermin species down there. Call them vermin species. Small crabs, shrimps, prawns, little tiny gobies, blennies. Something that can swim through the mesh, eat the bait and not get stuck in the pot. Might consider not shotting them here again. You do me a favour, can you get me a tape measure out the back of there? It's just underneath where the keys are. Sit back up there then. First out the trap, a little tiny edible crab. That one might be size. Yeah, he is. 94mm. So first lobster out is keeper. Keeper in that bucket there. And then the next one out is another lobster and another keeper. Oh yeah, fantastic. So, first two lobsters out of two keepers. This one is undersized. A little female. Not far undersized though. And a little wrasse. Well, in my first 3 pots, I've got my 2 keeper lobsters for the day. So I'm in dilemma now whether or not to check the rest of them or just go straight back in. Go straight back in. Yeah. Yeah, well, this was a short one, wasn't it? Well, yeah, we'll get these rebaited and shot back. Well, that was a quick trip. I've explained this to people before who've asked. As an unlicensed, as being non-professional, I'm not a commercial fisherman. So I'm only allowed to take 2 sized lobsters per day. Now, I've already got my 2 lobsters in my first 3 pots. So I've got no reason to haul my other ones. All I'll do is I'll just leave them and I'll haul them tomorrow. Yeah. Now you can't go through all of your pots and you can't keep like 6 lobsters and put 4 of them back in a pot, because there's a bylaw preventing that. As a non-commercial fisherman, I'm not allowed to keep pot. Part of the bylaw being that every single time you check your pots, you're supposed to clean them and return anything that you're not allowed to keep. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to check my 2 lobsters now, and me and James are going to go back and get some breakfast. That was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You are definitely lucky. The last time you came out with me, we got a monster lobster, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed joining us for however brief it was. All the very best. See you later.
Bye.
Splashed you. Hello, good morning and welcome back to the FishLocker out on the boat. Now I asked Hannah and James if they wanted to come with me this morning to haul the pots. For some reason they wanted to stay in bed. I mean, I can't understand it myself, especially on such a glorious day. For anybody who's not aware, that is Fraggle Rock Lighthouse. Showing your age now if you know what a Fraggle is. Now the water clarity is slowly improving. You can just see the tops of a bit of seaweed in there, and we are in nearly 6 metres of water. So it's getting better. Now I came out to haul the pots 2 days ago with James and we got our limit of lobsters in the first 3 pots. I went fishing yesterday, so we're hauling the rest of the pots today. Let's go. One of them stuck on the bottom. A lot of little lobsters. Come on, last one, up you come. Oh. Right. Oh, that's the first ones. I keep saying it. First ones always seem the hardest ones to pull. Right, first come, first served. These are the ones that James and I hauled the other day. So these have been soaking for 2 days, so it shows you how quickly things go into the right pots. Right pots with the right bait in the right places. Little edible crab. Maybe just. Let go. Let go. Let go. There you go. Scrappy little lobster. And a little female brown edible crab. And a little velvet. Another little velvet crab. This is the bait. I think most people will recognise what that is. A little female lobster. Tell you what, that one's practically a prawn, isn't it? And this one's even smaller. That is just perfection in miniature. Now, although it varies slightly depending on the temperature of the water, the amount of food sources you have, all that sort of stuff, how quickly lobsters grow. And generally, a good rule of thumb is that by the time they're legal to harvest, they're between 7 and 8 years old. So this one here might be 3 or 4 years old. Another velvet. And the last one. Little spider crab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 velvets. Right, velvets, they're quite fickle. They play possum. They lay on their back and pretend to be dead, and then as soon as you, let's see, little edible crab and another little edible crab when I can get him out. There. With only one claw. Yeah, so with those velvet swimming crabs, don't be fooled by them. You think they're laid on the back and you think they're dead, and you put your hand in pots and they just get rid of it. So yeah, you need to, need to have your wits about you. Yeah, this lobster, I think it's going to be just under. Yeah, 87 mil. So in other parts of the UK this would be legal to take. But down here in Cornwall, the minimum landing size is 90 millimetres from the back of the eye to the back of the carapace. So I'll see you in a couple of years' time. Let's get these pots rebaited and shot back. Go get the next ones. This is why I don't start with these ones, because they're heavier. Yeah. I don't do these ones first because these ones weigh more. I feel like I have to get warmed up to it first. When you do get a pot and it's stuck in the bottom, it could be wrapped around a rock, it could have a load of seaweed on it, it could be anything. If you can't pop it out like what I'm doing now, I'm just holding pressure on it and letting the buoyancy of the boat lift it out. Sometimes what I have to do is I tie it round a cleat and then steam the boat around in a circle, or backwards and round and corkscrew it to see if it's wrapped around something. You just have to find out how to unwrap it. It's part and parcel, it happens. I mean, I've shoot my pots in really rocky ground, so they're going to get stuck every now and again. There you go. But nothing in that one, just bait. Right, let's have a look. First come, first served. I've got a theory about this pot. Right, this one here, it has a very unfortunate lobster in it that has at some point in time lost both of his claws. Now, you're probably not going to be able to see, but he's lost them this long ago that he's starting to grow them back. He's got two little tiny ones. Now this guy can still survive because he can feed himself with these little fingers. Providing that someone doesn't eat him, because he's got no claws to defend himself, he'll survive. This is a female brown edible crab. She has no it's not long since peeled. You can see because she's almost transparent. Hold her up to the sun and you can see straight through her claws. You notice that there's no worms, no keel worms on her. She's got a really clean shell. She is peeled quite recently, which means that where there would be normally, there would be full of meat, full of muscle, she's still going to be full of water. So yeah, no good. And a little male and one bigger male at the back that I'm trying to get out. But now look, he's actually trapped my thumb. Now this guy here, if he got his claws onto you, he would really make a bit of damage, really make a mess of you. Look, I mean, look at the size of his claw. He's only got one of them. These are the same size, but look at the difference in the size of claws between a male and a female. Yeah, both still undersized. In fact, he'd probably be about legal size to take. Right, this other pot, this is the first time that I've hauled these pots up and that's got nout in it. I mean, it's nothing, it's got two little velvet swimming crabs in it. I think it's had an octopus in it. Yeah, look, just two little velvet swimming crabs. The bait that's in this pot is actually a rayback. One of my friends caught an etta ray the other day and said to me, he says, "Oh, do you want the carcass for the pots?" So I said yes. So yes, that is the skeleton of a ray. So nothing goes to waste. And a dead wrasse. Yeah, I'm surprised at that. But my explanation would be the fact that the pot is absolutely empty and it's been out for about a week. I reckon it's had an octopus in it. I reckon there's been a lobster or something gone in there and an octopus has gone in and eaten it. Or an octopus has just taken up residence in there, started chewing on all this bait, and as soon as I've started hauling the pot up, he's slipped out of it. See, if you've got an octopus living in a pot, you won't get a lobster going in there, no chance. Because, here look, for example, this has been out the exact same amount of time. This has got the rest of the ray in it, and this has got two lobsters. 2 undersized lobsters. And an edible crab that's going to be a nuisance. You're going to be a nuisance, aren't you? There you go. Come on, let go. Right, there you go. Yeah. Maybe. Just under. What, 5 mil under? Yeah. Maybe next time. Let's get these pots sorted out and shot back. I want to try these in a different area now. Come on, turn around. There we go. Got a little bit more life in that one. One stuck on the bottom. Ooh, I like that one. That one looks like a good one. Come on, last one. Last one up. Oh. Right. Deal with this. Deal with this one first. 1, 2, 3. I don't have to tell you that this bait, I use rotting bait. Oh look, there's another little cowrie. I had one of those in the last video. European cowrie shell. It's using rotting bait. It's using like rotting dogfish, look. But they like it. It doesn't smell great. And this is another reason why, when I explain about eating things like crabs and lobsters, I wouldn't ever recommend eating the internal organs, like the butter inside the shell, because not only is there something called domoic acid, there's a bacteria in any harmful bacteria or chemicals that these animals have ingested or experienced in their life is concentrated in their internal organs. It's been scientifically proven. But also you have to look at what are they eating. They're eating dead, rotting, horrible, stinking stuff. That's going to be inside their stomach and their intestines, and then you want to eat that. So yeah, this is why I would say never eat the internal organs. This guy here is a lovely blue, a lovely pale blue, and looks like he's big enough. put him aside and measure him properly in a minute. The little male, he's got either a tail deformity or he's lost part of his tail in a previous shed. Because you can see, look, the ends of his tail fans are smaller than the other ones. So he's potentially lost them 2 fans at some point. That's something to show you as well, look. This lobster has the crusher on the right hand side and this lobster has the crusher on the left hand side. So right-handed and left-handed. Yeah. Another small female. Another small female. You see what I mean now is this one's been in its shell for a while. You can see because the colour is deeper. It's less transparent to the one we had earlier that was almost transparent, that was really clean. This one has got some keel worms on it and a few dents and scratches. This lady has been in her shell for a while. So this one would have more meat in it than the other one that was bigger, just because this one is denser. Still too small though. Little tiny male spider crab. You don't usually catch spider crabs in these pots, which is why I use these pots. I don't really want to catch spider crabs. I can catch spider crabs by hand on the beach. I don't want them catching in my pots. Calm yourself. A lovely male. Bright blue again. Yeah, well over the limit. So we have one, potentially 2 lobsters. And a little male edible. And the last one, the heavier one. The heavier one because it's got more in it. 1, 2. Let go. Let go. 3. 4. 5. Let go. Let go. Let go. Another little male spider. See how the males have got much bigger claws, haven't they? And they're more aggressive. Loads of them. All still undersized though, just under. And this one here, a big hen. A big hen crab right at the end, big female. You can see it's a female by the size of that pad there. And again, look at how dense and dirty her body is. She's got some keel worms on her. She's been in that shell a while. That is illegal to take at crab, but we prefer the claw meat, and the females have got smaller claws. If there had been a male this size, I would have taken him, but I don't need to because I've got at least 1 lobster. I'll keep hold of it just in case. I'll ponder on that one. I'll think on that one. Right, measure. First one. Oh, beauty, 91. 91, perfect. And the other one, it's going to be bigger. Calm yourself down. Oh yeah, 93. So perfect. 2 lovely blues as well. You do get someone here, you are really good looking. I mean, both of these both of these have got loads of character. They're very different in the fact that, well, one's got loads of white in it. Look how much white's in the claws as well, look. This one's got loads of white in it, whereas this one's just a real deep, I don't know if you'd call it sapphire or, but anyway, they're both gorgeous. Both coming home, and a male and a female. Yeah. Happy with that. Let's get these pots rebaited and shot back. Clean down time now. I've given it some thought, and I do have two lovely lobsters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this crab go. So it's a nice one, but I don't need it because I've got these two, so I don't need this one. It's still a nice crab, but when you've got the chance of having two lobsters, there's no need to be greedy. So, lucky lady, we might see you again in the future. I hope you enjoyed joining me. I hope you found it interesting. All the very best. See you later.